So you take magic pen for damage and stuff, and a bunch of health because tanky. Alright, so this game, I was playing, I like to prefer my Gragas way more tanky than a mage now since his rework. With this game, I'm playing Gragas versus an Aatrox, which is a pretty decent matchup until much later in the game. Uh, Basically, in the early game, I outscale him and can outtrade him in every way. Like, he needs to sustain in order to... Like, he needs to be in melee damage to have his sustain. Me, I can just press buttons. So, yeah, it's pretty favorable for the beginning of the game. I feel like Tank Gragas probably suffers a little bit more top, because you're less damage and poke focused, but I mean, that's how Riot's reworked him. Here, Aatrox does a really good job of interrupting my Drunken Rage, so I don't get the extra damage or damage reduction. So the fight's a little bit of a struggle. Here, I kind of forget about Aatrox's passive, and I'm like, yeah, I won! Oh shit, now I'm at no health, and he's at more, technically. But a quick charge away to the health shrine, keep baiting him around. He started aggressive, so I don't know why, but that's okay. He gets me really low, but I see my passive just came up, and I pull it around on him real quick. Get the fucking value! So after that last trade, I was able to at least neutralize the capture point, which, as a Gragas in bot lane, is probably the most comfortable position you can be in. You can, excuse me, you can poke from very long range and disrupt people, and then if people ever try and do engage upon you, you have a very quick and easy and reliable escape. Oh my goodness. He has the Grezes, so he can keep tabs on me, like I can never bush juke him, but at this point, even with him going back and buying a null magic mantle, I still feel stronger than him. I still haven't gone back yet. I mean, oh god. Like, he has, like, he can, as you can see there, he can poke me from range, but he doesn't have the sustain that I do from range. Like I said earlier, like, he needs to keep fighting to sustain. Me, like, the less I fight, the more I sustain. And so I'm able to keep my health bar high while poking him, where he cannot do the same. Lets me pull off some good burst damage on him, and then secure the point for myself, alone with no interruptions from any ganks. Probably a mistake on the opponent's part. I mean, to be fair, like, if your point is neutralized, you should probably concede your windmill at that point, and at least secure your bot lane. It's that easy to secure because everything's so close. Here, I probably am a little too greedy and get killed by everything. After that clusterfuck, I was able to actually buy a lot of items because of how dominant I was in lane, both getting 2 kills and capturing points. So I come back with all the components of Sunfire Cape and an extra amplifying tome. Excuse me, jeez. Like as I said before, I prefer to build him more tanky now with his rework. My core build being a pair of Sork Shoes, a Sunfire Cape, and a Moonflare Spellblade. I like this because it gives me a good mixed bag of all mitigations, while also giving me the base health from Sunfire Cape, and that extra damage that you are obviously missing by not itemizing as much ability power as you normally would. Here in the fight, I noticed that Aatrox popped his ultimate to try and fight me. I took that as a sign to disengage, so I used my ultimate and everything. Here, I try and go back in, but I keep just getting the tower aggro all wrong, and my damage isn't there. I keep thinking it is, and again, I'm tank Gragas, so I'm overestimating the amount of damage I should do. Resetting after the fact with my finished Sunfire Cape, I tend to press forward now, and Evelyn approaches from the side, where now I get to posture to try and defend her for the capture point, stunning the Aatrox and landing a barrel to slow his attack speed before he jumps in. I then ult him away and attempt to cap, but getting slowed by his range spell, but easily clean it up and take the quest. Now this sets me up to be back in the position that I was talking about earlier where Gragas is so strong, and that is single man point defense. I feel it's kind of similar if you were to face some kind of very hard pushing monster like Malzahar or Mordekaiser or even Zyra. Your range counterplay is so strong and your tankiness is so good that no one can really bully you away individually, and you can just press your strength into everything around you. No one person should be able to bully you away. Eve does show up and follows the Xin Zhao wherever he may be, which is in my face. I underestimate the amount of damage he is doing, as I believe he went full damage, attack speed, boots and all, but a quick stun bait into Evelyn roaming back to me secures us some easy money. So as I mentioned earlier, the Xin Zhao dealt a surprising amount of damage while taking none. This I could probably contribute to the fact that he's very similar to Aatrox, that their sustained DPS and sustain, if that makes any sense, is much better than mine. My damage and sustain is much more burst and cooldown oriented. I overstay my welcome. Now this ends up being some of the most fun I've had playing Gragas. Me and Renekton end up getting to be best friends and bash buddies. But in this exact clip, I use my Drunken Rage to charge through all the minefields, basically take 0 damage. Aatrox comes in over the wall, while Ziggs Zhonya's, I pop a timely ultimate to both kill the Ziggs and knock the Aatrox away. Secure me time to find a health relic. I thought I could maybe jockey for this bottom point, but it just seemed a little too dangerous, so back I go. Oh my god, I want to save you! No, fuck that, Soda. Bye. Nope, I'm done. Bye. 3 bot. So this is an awesome series of events. Our teams basically compare Bruiser Bash Brothers, and myself and Renekton go up against Aatrox and Xin Zhao. I run away a little bit to try and space myself out. I was getting a little low. Renekton's able to tank up the rest of them, and we get a good double kill and get a lot of map control. Take the health relic, and I think about recalling, which is clearly wrong with all of them dead. Renekton doing the right thing and capping the point, and me realizing that, go to help him out. Aatrox jumping in on him, but Renekton making mad plays, flashing away, grabbing the health relic. I am capping the entire time. Aatrox finally realizes the mistake he's made in letting me do that, and he goes back in on the Renekton, but walking into so much crowd control between both of our stuns, he goes down without much of a fight. Myself and Renekton finish the cap. Renekton postures for potential recall, but with Xin Zhao on the way, we bait him in slowly yet surely, secure with a quick stun, followed by my stun, and another quick and easy kill by stacking all of our spells very appropriately. Zax says the same thing, and he wants to do it as well, but he hasn't learned his lesson. So Aatrox jumps in over the wall. I pop my ult quickly to both kill the Zac and pop the Aatrox away. We stack a lot of CC onto him, get a lot of good damage. He lives just long enough, though, for the Renekton to go down. I'm sorry, brother. Now, after that last fight, how could I potentially even think about letting this Renekton die? I try and charge in on the Xin Zhao. He pops a very timely ultimate to keep me away and not let me engage further. Renekton stays to stall as long as possible. I pop my exhaust on the Xin Zhao to try and make him live. Doesn't quite work out. My bro goes down. But they dive in on me on the tower, and boy am I tanky at this point. With both my core items completed, can't stay on me or the Bash Bros. Thanks guys for coming by to watch me again. I love making these videos. If you love them, like them, subscribe. And peace! Basically my core build of Sunfire Cape and goddamn, what is the name of that fucking item? Piece of shit balls. Fucking goddamn tenacity mage item. What is it called? Oh, the beer will wash away all the tears. Oh my god, I still can't remember.